Yeah, you say you have that optimism. I use the term perennial white pill because you always seem to be cheery and positive, regardless of kind of what's going on around you, and it brings a nice balance. And in our community, there's a lot of people that would say there is no political solution, and if I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of right there at certain levels. I don't think it's true at all levels across the board in every circumstance, but I think it is kind of certainly pointing to that way. But you were kind of a living proof that at the very least, on a local level, that is not the case, that you can have great effect. And you've been, of course, in the headlines, not only on our side as a champion for freedom, but you've been in the headlines on the other side of things as this big, scary person that hates LGBT people and, is a bigot and all the stuff and all those badges that, of course, we were proudly fighting for what's right. But you kind of became notorious in the town of Westlock when they recently had a vote to ban pride crosswalks. I think broad strokes. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Well, it came to my attention in late May of 2023 that the town of Westlock had plans to paint a symbol on the crosswalk that many people consider to be a contentious symbol. And some people even consider it to be an inappropriate symbol because of what it could represent. And so I realized the mood of many people in the community, and I decided to take action to push back. So I did a flyer distribution campaign in early June of 2023. Plus, I encouraged people to sign up to speak at the upcoming town council meeting, which was happening about a week later. Plus, I did a rally outside of town council chambers that day when we had representatives inside presenting. There were so many people at that event that we filled council chambers. It was right full up. There was a crowd in the hallway and a crowd outside in the parking lot. And so that was quite a day, June 12th last year. Plus, I did another rally outside Town Hall, which is a different building than Town Council Chambers. Someone else had organized an online petition, but it was on change.org, and that petition disappeared. And so I ended up organizing a petition at the last moment. And at that time, I didn't know all the rules of municipal petition, but I got one together in June, and then I submitted it late June. And although that petition wasn't binding and it didn't have enough signatures, it created a momentum because that petition was mentioned in the local newspaper. We're a town of less than 5,000 people. So all of that created a momentum and awareness. Oh, the town is looking at painting a symbol that doesn't resonate with all the residents. And there's people pushing back against it. And so we raised a lot of awareness in June of 2023. And then what was super after that is this team came together known as the neutrality team. And what they did is they researched and found out all the rules of municipal petitions. So if you actually want to do a municipal petition in Alberta and have it binding, I now know the rules of that. It's got to be written in a certain manner. There's a certain way you collect information and signatures, rules of submission, time limit, etc. So their team went door to door and did that petition in August and September of last year. And they only needed 10% of the population to sign it. So I think what the requirement was 492 signatures. And it turns out they got over 700 signatures in 45 days. Wow. So they submitted the petition in late September. The CAO of the town verified it in late October. Then what was interesting is the mayor resigned on November 10th. One of the councillors resigned in order to run for mayor in a by-election. And then on November 27th, they did first reading on a bylaw on neutrality. So in other words, the petition was written in such a manner and all the rules were followed so that first reading of a bylaw on neutrality had to be done November 27th by 5 councillors. Now, those 5 councillors did not want to do second reading or third reading, so they put the matter to plebiscite, and a whole bunch of us worked, in a sense, from behind the scenes on different endeavors to encourage people to get out and vote at that plebiscite. So on Thursday, February 22nd, we won by 24 votes, and a bylaw on neutrality was passed. So it was a success. It was quite a successful endeavor, and it took a lot of work and a lot of teammates to make that happen.
That's amazing. You said the way you keep positive is you always look for things to celebrate. Find something to celebrate. And I think that's absolutely true, right? You have a small win. I don't know. I don't think that's a small win. I think that's a big victory. But you take any small win and you just celebrate that, you praise that, and then you build on that momentum for bigger and bigger wins. So that's really great. I love hearing that story.